Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. 1 second. One second, y'all. Hold up. I'm just sharing out the stream right now. I was just streaming before. I don't know what happened. Apparently, I was just streaming and I don't know. I guess my PlayStation, I think the wire was loose. The wire in the actual outlet, not the wire in the PlayStation, was loose. Hey, what's good, Umar? It's been a grit, man. How you been? How you been, man? I just want to real quick though. I'm gonna share this out and then I'm gonna recap and let y'all know what I've been up to so far. It's been a while since I've been on here. Hold up, let me just share this out. Share this out on Instagram real quick. Yeah, man, things have been crazy. Yeah. It's this corona shit, man. But before I get into that, in my last video, oh man, this isn't letting me log in. Hold up, give me 1 second, bro. I got you. Gmail. I'm trying to sign into my own Instagram account. This is acting. Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. I'm in, y'all. Okay. Probably should have did this before I started the stream. But yeah, Umar, basically, this is my first time ever playing a PlayStation 5 game since I bought the PlayStation 5. I think I only played this game for like 15 minutes, literally 15, 20 minutes, and then I got off. So this is my actual first playthrough like ever of a PlayStation 5 game since I bought the PlayStation 5. Like that's how busy I've been. It's been crazy, man. I've been absolutely like busy as hell, man. Like it's really ridiculous. But yeah, man. I'm just trying to post something real quick. Alright, let's get this party going. Yeah, man, yeah, I have a lot of opinions on that, man. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm not going to be able to share this out. If anything, Umar, do me a favor, man. Hit that like button. Try to share this out. Try to share this out to a few people if you can. Because for some reason, it's not letting me share it out. I guess it's because I got a new phone, and all my accounts on my old phone, they were all deleted. Not deleted, but I have the information, but it's going to be a pain to like sign back in and shit, so it's fine. Alright, let's get this party going. Alright, let's get this party going. Okay, so yeah, this game looks awesome, man. This has been like the first time me playing this game. The graphics are really nice, and I'm really liking the combat. It reminds me of God of War combat. That's really what it reminds me of. Like over here, exploding all over the place. Yeah, man, it's been really tough. been really tough in order to get a PlayStation. Yo, that's why a part of me, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me feels kind of dumb, and a part of me, I don't know, feels kind of justified in the same way, because in my situation, right, Umar, I got the PS5 pretty much at launch. I think it was maybe, I would say maybe a month after launch I got mine. What I did was I waited in line at GameStop everywhere, not just GameStop, in like 3 different stores. It was GameStop, Walmart, and Target. I waited outside all of them, like literally camped outside. Literally, I camped outside, and yeah, I couldn't even get a PlayStation, man. And these are 3 different stores. And when I mean I camped outside, I was outside GameStop for, and I'm not exaggerating, for 23 hours straight. 23 hours straight, I was outside of GameStop. I had food, I had like a chair, everything, a full-on camp-out session. I was not playing. I had a blanket and everything, man, and I still didn't get it. So what had happened was, I really just, unfortunately, I had to go hit up one of my boys because I know he had one for sale. Like, one of my friends, he had one for sale. The problem is that he ended up, even though he was my friend, he ended up, upcharging me regardless of him being my friend. I guess that kind of shows you where we stand. But he upcharged me, and I ended up paying basically almost double the amount that it cost originally just to get it. No doubt, if it wasn't for him, I probably would have had to pay a couple $100 more. But it was basically double is what I paid. I think I paid like $900 for it or something. So basically double. You know what I mean? Like, he said he was charging people $1,000, but he was gonna give it to me $100 cheaper. So I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I was like, I really wanted this. Here's the thing though, where I kind of feel dumb though, Umar, because Pete, I bought it, right? Basically double price, and like I said, this is the first time me playing it now. So I've had this for like 5-6 months, something like that, and this is the first time I'm actually playing a PlayStation 5 game. So like, no exaggeration. Like, literally, this is the first time I'm playing it because I've been that busy with work, and it's been crazy, man. It's been absolutely ridiculous. He said, why now? And let me tell you, man, we'll be here all day if I were to explain that story, but I'll give you the short version. Long story short, man, I just, as I'm getting older, there's a lot of different things I kind of had to prioritize in my life, and, there were certain moves and certain things that I wanted to do in my life, and I just wasn't going to be able to continue with the same quality and quantity that you guys are used to, like everybody watching, not just you, Umar, because I know you watch a lot of channels, but just in general, like, I wasn't going to be able to keep up with it. And rather than let my quality suffer and let my quantity, plummet, I was like, you know what, man, I'd rather leave on a good note, you know what I mean? I'd rather let everybody know what's going on, be transparent. So right now I'm just doing this for shits and giggles, to be honest with you. I'm doing this because right now I have a little bit of time. I got about another 45 minutes, and then I'm going to hop off this. And then I don't know when exactly I'll be back on streaming. But yeah, man, I'm just going to try to enjoy the most of it. He said, PlayStation has been getting destroyed a lot lately. You know what? Honestly, PlayStation hasn't been getting destroyed. You know what it is, bro? It's people take something that's little and they blow it completely out of proportion. That's exactly what people are doing, Umar. I'm being honest with you. That's what they're doing. They're taking something that's not that big of a deal and they're blowing it out of proportion. Like, there have been a few noticeable, I guess you would say, noteworthy negatives, but they weren't really really oh my god, game changing. The only negatives lately that you could, really even say about was that, I don't really know, honestly. Some of these things I don't even see as negatives, but I can see how someone else would see it as a negative. I personally don't. Like, alright, for me, Days Gone 2, them not coming out with a sequel, yeah, that little bit of news right there. It's a little unfortunate, but it's not that big of a deal to me because I've played the first game. I platinumed the first game. I beat it twice, platinumed it. I actually beat it 3 times, and I platinumed it. And yeah, by all respects, it was a good game. You know what I mean? But it's not like a God of War. Do you see what I'm saying? If they said, "Oh, there isn't gonna be no God of War sequel," then you see, then it'd be a problem.
For now.
He merely has the power to control. And you are one man. An injured man at that.
I didn't come here for your encouragement, Sanctum.
And I'm gonna tell you something too. Like I said, if it was like, you know, a God of War game, or if it was like a Last of Us, or if it was even if it was like a Spider-Man or something along those lines, an Uncharted, anything like that, you know, it would be more of like, oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, his day is gone. Like, I did thoroughly enjoy the game, but it's not like one of those, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, you know, one of these generation-defining games. I'm just being honest, it's not. You know, like God of War, you know, The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us, you know, Spider-Man, like those are games that you could look at. Even Bloodborne, you know, to an extent, those are games right there that you could look at and be like, wow, you know what I mean? Those are just some examples. I could go on all day. But yeah, man, yeah, for me it's not that big of a deal because, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that if Ben Studios get their shit together, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out with a Days Gone 2. It's just right now, Sony doesn't feel like they're ready. That's what I think, to be honest with you. And to be fair, let's be fair. Let's keep it 100. When that game came out, it's a great game. That game did have bugs at launch. Not like a little bit of bugs. Like, it had like a medium amount of bugs at launch. You know, they quickly fixed it. To their credit, they quickly fixed it. They had a day one patch. They had a patch after the fact. So they definitely did fix it, but the bottom line is, it's not like it was like a perfect game all around. If it was like, you know, a perfect game, it'd be one thing, but it's not a, you know, a perfect game. He said only one place I could find a PS5 sitting at $650. Yeah, man, listen, if you have to do it, you have to do it, bro. I'm just being honest. The way these scalpers are, it's getting out of hand, honestly, bro. The way these scalpers are, Umar, like, dude, at the end of the day, you might have to bite the bullet, just like you just said, at some point. Maybe not right now, but come on, let's be real. Everybody that's watching, everybody that, come on, let's be realistic. It's been, what, 6 months since the console's launched? Something like, all right, give or take 6 months? Like, come on now. If you can't get a console at this point, it's, you know, it tells you that there is like serious shortages going around. Like, this isn't something that's like, that's, you know, something that's like not that big of a deal. Like, oh, you know, it's fine, you know, it'll come out 6 months after launch, 3 months. No, like, it's been months and it's still like sold out everywhere. And to be honest with you, excuse my French, but the biggest assholes in all of this are the scalpers, to be honest with you, because they OD'd it. They really OD'd it. They overdid it. Like, I understand, you know, selling a few PlayStations to get some of your money back. I can understand that to an extent, because these consoles are expensive, and not everybody has money to buy 2 PlayStations. You know what I mean? Not everybody has money to sit here and, you know, pay for a full console. Now, I get that, you feel me? But these scalpers, they OD it. They OD'd it for sure, man. For sure they OD'd it. Like, and that's why, to be honest with you, you know, part of my French or whatever, they're just assholes. They're really being assholes about it, to be honest with you. He said, yeah, no, some negative side. Yeah, but what are the negative things? Like, that's the thing. I'm telling you, you can't be listening to these Xbox fanboys and these some of these journalists, man. They just run with a story because of one or two reasons, and I'm talking about the ones that go to the extreme lengths to really, you know, paint a particular narrative against PlayStation. That's, to be honest with you, at this point, not completely granted. Like, there's no real They don't really have enough to go off of. Like, there was this one article I read where this dude was literally nitpicking things about the PlayStation 5 and about Sony and PlayStation and stuff like that. But, well, should I say cherry picking? Like, literally every small little thing that could be seen as a negative, he'll take it and he'll run with it like the wind and intensify it times 10. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say I have one small cut on my hand, right? They're the type of people, they'll see a small cut in your hand and they'll say, oh my gosh, that's a life-threatening injury. You need stitches. Like, they're overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just bull. That's all it is, man. Now, are there some concerns that they brought up? Like, a few things? I already addressed one of those things. Like, for example, you know, Days Gone 2. I don't understand why they care so much about a game that they don't play. That they said is trash, that they didn't like. I don't understand. I mean, that's fine. Like I said, I'm not really that broken up about it, honestly. I'm not. And you said okay, so you said that as well. The other negative news, this will probably be the last thing, and then I'll go to your next question. The other negative news, right, Umar? What is it? What's the other negative news? Let me think. Hold on, let me get some action going on. Let me go up here and fight some people. The next negative news was, Japan studio shutting down, right? Or not shutting down, excuse me. Japan studios downsizing, right? Okay, let's do the math, guys. Let's be realistic, because nobody's really thinking about this. Everybody knows that Microsoft has more money than Sony. That doesn't mean they're better than Sony. That doesn't mean Sony's better than them. That doesn't mean that they're going to buy everything in the world. That's not what that means. This is just a fact of the matter. This is just one fact. Microsoft do, in fact, have more money than Sony because they're a giant company. True. So that being said, if Microsoft makes a big move, and to Xbox's, to Xbox's respect, it was a big move, them acquiring the Bethesda afterquest. That was a pretty big move, I'm not going to lie. But to their respect, if they're making big moves, right? What do you think PlayStation's thinking in the back of their head? They're thinking, we got to do something about this. You know, they're not just gonna sit down and even if they are being a little bit more complacent than people would want them to be, they're still, most likely, they're still trying, because again, at the end of the day, they're companies. They're trying to make more money. That's what they want. They want money. They're still going to keep on trying to figure out, different ways of trying to, maximize their, what are these? Augment plays. Try to maximize their profits, you know what I mean? Try to, use anything to their advantage, like any company, to make the most money possible. That being said, if they see Microsoft making these big moves, and maybe this is a little speculation on my part, but wouldn't it be fair to say that maybe they're just doubling down, which is exactly what Jim Ryan said, they're doubling down on what made them the most money, right? What's really putting money in the company's pockets, and to their respect, they're getting rid of the things that they don't need, in order to focus on the things that they do need, in order to use that money and those resources in better areas. For example, they probably saw Microsoft do that, right? And they were like, damn, like, okay, that was a pretty big move. Okay, we're watching them now, right? That being said, how the hell do you open this door? Does anybody know how to open this door? I do not know where the hell I'm going right now. Also, this is how you switch weapons. Okay, triangle, okay, that's how you switch weapons. What they're probably doing is they're probably downsizing, and they're probably getting rid of the game studios, the games, whatever the case may be. They're getting rid of that stuff so that they can have more money. Now, why do you think they're doing this? They're doing this so they can use this money, right, to probably invest in games, to invest in different games. You know what I mean? To invest in more games. Who knows what they're doing it for at the end of the day? You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's pretty, in my opinion, it's pretty obvious. Damn, these dudes are fucking me up. Hold on. Let me finish this dude up real quick. Yeah, in my opinion, like I said, it might be a little speculation on my part. Just a bit. But I'm pretty sure Sony's not looking at them and acting like it's not that big of a deal. Honestly. I'm pretty sure Sony has their eye on them. At the very least, Listen, the biggest Xbox fanboy or the biggest, you know, the biggest, should I say, biased journalist would have to admit that this being a big move, you bet your ass PlayStation is looking at that and watching that. Okay? You betcha. That's, in my opinion, that's almost a fact, because that's what companies do. They're always watching out for their competition. So that being said, Sony's probably trying to maximize the amount of resources they have in order to compete. So right now we got Microsoft buying Bethesda, right? Sony probably have their eye on other studios, but to be quite frank, they probably don't have. It's one or two things. One, they probably don't have enough money at that exact moment, or two, they're trying to find the right fit. Like, you know how they say sometimes, you want to find the right tool for the right job? That's what they're doing. They're looking for the right studio, and they're just biding their time till they get what they want. You see what I mean? So it's one of those two things. I think it's a bit of both. I think they want to look for a very particular, because they're very picky. Everybody knows that Sony's a picky company when it comes to them buying game studios and like really investing in them. They're pretty picky when it comes to them having established and buying studios outright. They really are picky. They like to have that seal of quality. You know what I mean? That PlayStation seal of quality, right? So that being said, I think that's part of it. That's the reason why they're taking a bit long, because they really want to make sure that they're picking the right studio. But I also feel like they probably don't have 100% of the resources they need right now. It's pretty. I mean, I don't know how other people view it. To me, that's the way I see it. You know what I mean? It's not damage close to truth. At the end of the day, nigga. Well, excuse my language. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, Sony just did a freaking PlayStation launch, okay? They're just the same thing as Microsoft. They're just coming off of a launch. They're most likely, both companies, even Nintendo, probably when they get their new console, the Nintendo Switch Pro, regardless, the hardware, they're going to sell the hardware at a loss. So it's going to take some time before they can recoup the general expense that they spent, just even having these, just even putting them out for sale. It's going to take time just for them to even recoup that money. So at the end of the day, realistically speaking, at launch is the time when, they're technically at where they have the least amount of resources, if you want to be technical, because, I mean, that's not always the case, but most oftentimes it is, because usually these publishers, and these companies, they're going to sell their console at a loss. Where do they make their money? They make their money through subscription services and online services and stuff like that. That's how they make their money. And that's right there is where... Hold up.
We will discuss this when I get there.
That's right. But anyway, I don't know who the hell's talking, by the way, in this game. But, so... That might be a little presumptuous for me to say I would bargain, but to be honest with you, that sounds about right. If somebody would ask my opinion, that sounds about right. Okay? It's going to take them money to recoup, and PlayStation, to be quite frank, they probably don't have, that's part of the reason, they probably don't have, 100% of the resources that they need in order to make the acquisition that they want. So what they're doing right now is they're just biding their time. They're trying to downsize studios, therefore saving money. And if you notice it, that's another thing. Why do people think that them downsizing a studio, again, is necessarily a bad thing? You need to understand something, bro. They're downsizing the studios that aren't making the money like that. If they were downsizing Naughty Dog, if they were downsizing Santa Monica, if they were downsizing Sucker Punch, if they were downsizing, any one of their bigger studios, then I could understand if somebody would be like, whoa, that's a little, I mean, that's something to, that's something to keep our eye on. That's I can understand where somebody can be concerned. But you're talking about a studio that doesn't make them money like that. Japan Studios makes them some money, true, but it doesn't make them anywhere close to the money of any other. It doesn't make them anywhere close to the amount of money that their other studios are making them. That's just a fact. It doesn't. You feel what I'm saying? That's a complete fact. So them downsizing it, that might not even be a bad thing. They're just maximizing, you know, they're using their money more efficiently. You feel what I'm saying? Like, look, at the end of the day, they got rid of the PlayStation Internet browser. Not that many people cared. At the end, that's just one. I'm going to give you a small example, right? They got rid of the PlayStation Internet browser. Not that many people cared about it. But you know what that did? That had positive effects. That sped up the PlayStation 5 UI and interface. It sped it up, right? It probably gave the PlayStation more memory, believe it or not. Because all that has to be softwared in. Their modules, basically. All that had to be, like, added into the system, right? And at the end of the day, nobody's really complaining about it. And to its respect, I'm pretty sure it made the PlayStation a little bit faster. Maybe not a lot. I'm not saying, oh my God, it made leaps and bounds and the PlayStation 5 is so much faster because of it. But it definitely made it, even if just a little bit, it made it faster. So somebody might, you know, run with that and say, oh, that's a bad thing. Look it, they got rid of their you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how so, Umar? I haven't used the browser. Is that like some new app that they just came out with? Maybe I'm not aware of. You know, maybe you're right. To be honest, to the respect of that, I haven't seen any browser on the PS5. So maybe if you're talking about like streaming, like Netflix and shit. Oh! Woo! Papa Molly, I'm sweating. Maybe there is. I'm not gonna lie, Umar. I haven't done it. I haven't seen anything about that. To be fair, I have been a bit busy, so maybe you are right. But still, man, I haven't heard anything about anybody complaining about that. You know what I mean? And to its respect, I think it just offered. I think it probably gave the PlayStation more positive benefits than anything. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, them downsizing Japan studios, which don't really do anything for PlayStation, at least, you know, in any significant or noticeable way, I don't really see that as a bad thing. I don't. It's not even that. That's just my opinion. That's the way I look at it. Am I saying it's a good thing? Not necessarily. It's just there's no way it's a bad. I don't see it as a bad thing. I can't. I'd be more inclined to say that I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'll be more inclined to say that it's closer to being a good thing than it is to being a bad thing. That's the way I see it. Yo, this dude got some... Oh! Come here, I got something for you. Oh! Oh, this dude is messing me up. That's it. Good night. Damn, he got some power to him, bro. I forgot how to use your health thing. I forgot how to use my health, yo. Yeah, I forgot how to use it. So I have two different swords. I don't know which one's better. No, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing, man. At the end of the day, they're trying to use their resources, you know, in order to compete. They're trying to gather up as much. That's what it seems like they're doing. To me, it seems like, oh shit, you know, they have their eyes open. They see what Microsoft's doing. They see what other people are doing. They're like, okay, well, you know what? We need to we really need to step our game up. What is Sony known for? AAA games, right? That's their bread and butter, right? That's the thing that they're known for. That's the thing that it's one of the things, not the only thing, but it's one of the things that really has, you know, attributed greatly to their popularity and their sales. So maybe they're just trying to, you know, downsize certain things that don't do nothing for them, get rid of stuff that ain't doing nothing for PlayStation, and use that money in a better spot. That makes sense to me. Straight up. That's the only way they can really compete in the money aspect. And I'm talking about strictly when it comes to buying studios for dollar amount. Like if you were to go head to head, that right there is a smart choice and a smart decision. He said rumors floating around. But yeah, basically, yeah, man. I don't know what that is. That thing looks cool. I don't know what the hell that giant thing is. That thing looks dope. Look at that thing. That's dope. These things look like, yo, the graphics are so good that these things are statues and they look like they can come alive. That's ridiculous. But nah, like definitely, yeah, I don't see it as a bad thing. So, and you said the PS Vita. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a shit about that. And yeah, some people who like that, yeah, it's definitely a bad thing for them. I'll admit it. Oh yeah, it's a negative for them. I don't give a shit about no PS Vita, but I can understand how somebody could see it as a negative for people that use that. You know what I mean? Like if you're like an avid PS Vita user, then I could understand. But yo, the PS Vita. Let's put the facts out on the table. All right, not that no damage control. These are just straight up facts. Okay. PS Vita was not a success. The VR was more of a success, I think, than the PS Vita. I'm not. Don't quote me correctly. I'm gonna double check that information. Maybe that's just the perception. That's the way that I see it, maybe. But PS Vita wasn't a huge success. That's fact number one. Okay. Fact number one, it wasn't a huge success. Right? Number two, it wasn't really giving PlayStation significant money in any way. It gave them a decent amount of money, but it was not giving them any significant amount of money. The PS Vita was not giving them was not making them, should I say, the amount of money that a game like The Last of Us, for an example, or God of War, it wasn't giving them that type of money. It wasn't. That's my second point. It wasn't making them as much money as it should have been for the investment they put into it. And yeah, that was my second point. My first point was it's not a huge success. You know what I mean? It's not. You know what I mean? Was it dope? Yeah. Was it cool for them to have that? Yeah. Was it fun to use it a few times? Yeah, because my boy let me use his, and I used it for a little while. It was cool. I'm not gonna lie. They had some good games on there. They had a few good games on there. Hold on, y'all. I don't know how to re-heal myself. I forgot how to heal myself. How do you heal yourself? I forget. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is like Destiny. Oh, that's how they made it. You don't see that, right? That looks just like Destiny. See how you can't... Let's go. Yeah, bow down. What's up, boy? What you got for me? You got a little... Blah. That's all you got? Finish you, boy. Lay down. I don't know who you talking about. Hold up, Umar. Let me finish these dudes out. Let me see. How do you heal yourself? Hold on. Okay, that was my alarm. Okay, so I got about 20 minutes and then I gotta go. So, yeah, Umar. But like I was saying, how do you, if anybody knows how to heal yourself, help me out, because it's my first time playing this game, man. How do you? I'll figure it out. So yeah, Umar. Yeah, man. Yeah, number two. That was my second point. Now the third point of the Vita was, to be honest with you, the Vita ain't touching the Switch. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. The Vita is not touching the Switch. If you're talking about who got the portable gaming market on lock, it is the Switch, 120%. I don't care what anybody says. The Switch, that is the truth. The Switch has that on lock. So why are they gonna, I get it. Listen, if it makes them a significant amount of money and it's worth the investment, go for it. But we've seen that it's not. And at the end of the day, if you're looking at projected growth and stuff like that, come on now. The Switch is going to beat the PS Vita all day. All day the Switch is going to beat that. In terms of growth, in terms of sales, in terms of everything. It's going to beat it no matter what. So that's why I don't really care that much, but I can understand how some people, that, enjoyed it, I can understand how they're a little butthurt about it. You know what I mean? You know, I can get how they feel that way. You know, I can feel how, I can understand how they're a little butthurt about it or whatever. But they'll get over it, honestly, bro. Because if people really wanted the Vita that bad, more people would have supported it. I'm just being honest with you. You know, people talk about Xbox, how, you know, some fans, they don't support certain games. Like, look, like Sunset Overdrive, nobody supported that game. Right? If they really wanted it, if they really wanted a Sunset Overdrive 2, they would have supported the game more. That's simple. Alright? But they didn't. At the end of the day, that's how companies, that's, for the most part, not 100%, not entirely, but for the most part, that's how companies are going to gauge whether their audience or whether their consumer base is you know, interested in a project, a product that they're selling, or if they're interested in something or a game or this and this and that. I understand they were good, Umar, but come on, man, you got to keep it 100, bro. Who do you think's winning that? The Switch is outselling and breaking records. It's outselling some of the consoles of today. Like, it's outselling the Xbox, and I think, and I'm talking about in terms of how many was sold at a certain pace. I'm not sure if it's outselling the PlayStation 5 still. I'm not sure, because the PlayStation 5, you know, with the Corona and everything, the numbers are everywhere, and the numbers keep on going up, and like, I haven't checked that, to be honest with you. But, yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's outselling the Xbox. Let's put it that way. That's something that I do know. It's outselling the Xbox. How is that even possible? That shows you how on lock they have that. You feel me? So, that being said, man, yeah, man, the Switch, the Vita, it didn't really have a place, man. It didn't really have a place. Press R1 to convert a portion of your enemy's health into soul shatter. Press R2 to deal soul shatter damage equal to that. Press R1. Wait, what? Wait, hold on 1 second. Press R1. Let's get it, boy. I don't have all the moves yet. I'm pretty sure I can level up my... Wait, press R1, then R2. Soul Shatter damage. I don't know what this is about. This is my first time playing this. I don't know crap about this game. Alright, but yeah, man. You said, PSP managed to sell around 80 to 84 million. Oh, yeah, the PS... I think that was the PS... Yeah, that was the PSP. Yep, I remember. Yeah. Yep, I think you're right. Yo, so I think the PSP did better than the PS Vita. I think so. If I'm mistaken, correct me right now. Look it up, Umar, if I'm mistaken. But no bull, I think the PSP did better than the PS Vita. I think so, in terms of sales. And he said, let me see, rumors are floating around that Bluepoint are working on... who the hell cares what Bluepoint's working on? They're an independent studio. Like, who cares? At the end of the day, I get it. People want Bluepoint to be with PlayStation. I get it. But what people need to understand is, there's always new studios coming out. There's always new talent to recruit. There's always new studios coming out. And at the end of the day, listen, man, at the end of the day, I understand how some people could be like, oh, how couldn't you put all your trust, you know, in a certain company? And I'm not necessarily putting my trust in them, but PlayStation has showed me, you know, throughout all this time that they do care about the quality of the games. And at the end of the day, I really don't care what studios they get or what studios they don't get. What I want is the quality of the games. I want those games to be magnificent. You know, especially to justify that $70 price tag, I want those games to be like the shit. You see what I mean? That's what I'm the most concerned about. Alright, it's cool, don't get me wrong. It's cool for sure if they can get, you know, Bluepoint. Because some people say, you know, there are certain studios that are a better fit for certain publishers and certain gaming companies, and that's true. You know, Bluepoint would be a pretty good fit for it would be a pretty good fit for PlayStation. That is true. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, to me, what matters the most is just the quality. That's it. You feel me? Like, for example, Ben Studios, I love them as a studio, you know, they created Days Gone, you know, I love them as a studio. But if at the end of the day, Sony has a good track record of making AAA games that are bangers. Not only AAA games that are bangers, but Game of the Year winning games, you know? Like, they have evidence. There's a reason why I trust them. I'm not trusting them blindly like, oh, you know, whatever PlayStation says goes, but the bottom line is they have evidence and they have a good track record to back up, you know, to back up the games that they feel like deserves to be on their platform. Like, for example, Ben Studios, right? If Ben Studios was really that good of a studio and they were doing what they were supposed to be doing with Days Gone, they would have gave them another chance to make Days Gone 2. If they were truly... Damn, look at that ray tracing. Oh my god, that ray tracing is nice. Look at that. Look at how the suit glows. This shit's amazing. This game is crazy, bro. But yo, let me tell you, at the end of the day, if PlayStation feels like Ben Studios isn't doing what they're supposed to do, and they're not reaching that level of quality, then fuck them straight up. I know that's kind of like savage to say of me because I like Ben Studios, I do. But at the end of the day, everybody, you know what I mean? If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's how business is, bro. That's how business is. I'm just being honest with you. If you have a business, right, and you got some employees, and let's just say you got 3 employees. 2 employees are doing beautiful, perfect. They're bringing the company plenty of money. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But you have that one employee that's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He made a major mistake, and he didn't really have any real good reason for making that mistake. You know what I mean? We gave him as much support as we could. We gave him as much money as we could. And we gave him the same amount of things we gave the other 2. So he had all the resources and tools to his disposal. If that employee, after a while, doesn't pick it up, then that employee is going to have to get let go. Or that employee is going to have to be put on the back burner. Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? Like for example, bench warmers in baseball. If you keep on hitting, you know, strikes and you keep on missing the ball, you know, and you don't hit them home runs, you're going to be put on the bench. Same thing with basketball. You don't hit those 3-point plays, you're going to be put on the bench. It's that simple. Or should I say, you know, you're going to get put to sit down. It's that simple, you feel me? So that's why when it comes to Ben Studios, I can understand because I like Ben Studios. I really do. I genuinely do. But the same part of me understands that it's business. Some people, they lead too much with their feelings. It's business. You know what I mean? Y'all made a mistake. I get it. It was your first time making a AAA studio, but y'all fucked up. Y'all made a mistake, and here are the consequences. That simple. But, oh, yo, Umar, I'm about to answer your question right now, because I know you just asked me something else. Right, I kind of got onto a little bit of a tangent, but it's kind of how I feel about that situation, because people are making a big deal about that, too, and it's like, my dude, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to get benched. That's just how it is. It's how it is in business, how it is in the real world. What was I going to say? At least, I don't know if you heard about this, Umar. This is something interesting. Everybody that's watching, maybe people that are coming in later to watch the stream, this is something that's really interesting, actually. Sony's actually giving Ben Studios another opportunity to make a AAA game, a new IP, a AAA new IP. So they're actually giving they're actually being nice and giving Ben Studios a second chance. Now, let's say if Ben Studios messes this up, that's it. They're done. As a studio, I doubt PlayStation are gonna wanna try to give them the opportunity to become their own studio. After that, you know what they're gonna become? They're gonna become the help. That's it. They're gonna indefinitely become the help. And I don't have any gripes about it. Regardless of how much I like them, I don't have any gripes about it. I destroyed that dude. I destroyed him. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. He said, man, Xbox are funny to keep bragging about the 20... Listen, let me tell you this about those studios. Here's the thing, man. Let them be happy, bro. You know, fuck it, bro. Excuse my French. Nobody don't like it. It's unfortunate. But you know what? Let them be happy. Let them take as many... You know what? They've been dying and starving for so long with no W's. Let them have it, bro. Let them bask in that shit. Let them bask in the mud like a pig. Just let them bask in it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, man, I don't care. Listen, at the end of the day, both of these consoles are pieces of plastic. I look at facts, okay? I'm a realist, and I look at facts. I don't look at, oh, I like this piece. Nah, bro, nah. I look at track record, and I look at facts. And that's really how I am genuinely in my real life. Some people don't like that about me, but that's how I am. The facts for me come first. I'm a very logical and factual person. The facts for me come first. And the facts of the matter is that that's great that Xbox had 23 studios. Oh, yeah, that's great. Matter of fact, do like 10 backflips. That's wonderful, okay? But let me ask you something. Where are the games, man? This is the truth. Some people are going to be like, oh, you're just shit-talking. No. Can I ask you an honest question? Where are the games? You know? People usually say one or two things. They usually say, A, you're shit-talking, or B, oh, the games are coming, they're coming, don't worry. I get that. I can understand that mindset. But you've been waiting for 7, if not more years. How much longer are you expected to wait? It's not a matter of being a fan of a console or not. It's a matter of having respect for yourself. Real shit. Like, have some respect for yourself as a person, bro. At the end of the day, you're paying money out you're paying your hard-earned money out your pocket, right? In order to get a product. And you're getting the bare minimum. You know? You're getting like the scraps. That's what you're getting. When you deserve prime rib. You know, some people just feel like they only deserve scraps, I guess. I don't know. You know? At the end of the day, I feel like as a gamer, as a person that invested so heavily, you know, not only money-wise, but just in general, with my precious time, a commodity that I will never get back. I feel like that if I'm going to invest all my time into something, I want the most for my money. I want the bang for my buck. I want the highest quality games, or I want the most product, or the most that I can get for the time that I'm investing. Whether it being me playing a game, or whether it being, you know, me putting my hard-earned dollars into it. So at the end of the day, it's really a respect thing. That's how I look at it. If you can't respect yourself enough to at least be like, damn, you know, I've been waiting 7 years for a game that has really, you know, wowed me, that really, you know, that has really not necessarily justified my reason for buying this console. Ooh. But that has really, you know, given me what I really want. Because at the end of the day, bro, I love when people try to pretend that they don't want big games. That's another thing. People have to be honest with themselves, okay, Umar? I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but people are oftentimes really not honest with themselves. You can't sit here and tell me, right, that people genuinely do not like AAA games. You really can't sit here and tell me that people do not like big games. GTA is a AAA game. It's a multi-plat, one of the biggest multi-plats in the world, but is it not a AAA game? Yes, it is. You can't tell me people do not like big games. You can't. You know, some people like little games, like indies and stuff like that, just as much as the AAA. I can understand that. I'm totally on board. But for people to sit here and lie to themselves and say, oh, I never liked AAA games. Oh, no, I don't like AAA games. It's bullshit. Because at the end of the day, that's what PlayStation are trying to bring to their consumers. They're trying to bring the best, highest quality AAA games that they can. That's what they're doing. That's their main shtick. That's their main goal. And to be fair, as a consumer, that's exactly what I want. As a consumer of their products, that's what I expect from them, and that's what I want. Okay? I want them to deliver me the highest quality games possible on the market. That's what I want. Simple. That's what I want. That's personally what I want. You feel me? And for people to sit here and say that they don't care about AAA games, you're just full of shit. For you to sit here and tell me that you never care about AAA games, that you don't like AAA games, that you don't want AAA games, you're just full of shit. Honestly. Pardon my French, but I'm just being very honest and frank. You know, GTA, one of the most popular games in the world, is a AAA game. You know? I'll give you another example. What's another example? You know, sports games, those are AAA games, and they always sell every year. Call of Duty, it's a AAA game, and it always sells plenty of money. People are always on it.
How could you possibly defeat your brother and all his forces? Tell me.
I'll find a way. I just need to get inside.
Damn, I was supposed to get off this a while ago, but I'm really getting addicted to this game. This game is dope. Oh, man, this is why I don't play video games like that, Umar, because I get sucked in. He said, what do you think about the PC port stuff? You see, now this right here is, and there's no damage controlling and there's no sugarcoating here. This, in my opinion, is kind of where PlayStation is fucking up on. And I have to swear, and I have to be that serious about it, because here's the thing, right? There's aspects of it that's a good thing. I'm not saying them putting every one of the games that they put to PC is a bad thing necessarily. Not every one of those games was a bad idea or a bad decision, no. Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing, okay? At the end of the day, the only... Well, it's a few different things, Umar. This is a huge topic, actually. Alright, I'll bring up a few points. I don't want to go too deep into it, Umar, because I'll be here for the next 2 hours. But I'm just going to go into 2 points. I'll go into the first point of why I think it's kind of a mistake. Pete, there are certain games, okay, to be quite frank, there are certain games that make people buy a PlayStation. Like you just said, console sellers. There are genuinely different games, particular games that are like must-have games that literally make people flock to the PlayStation, okay? And at the end of the day, people might say, oh, it's anti-consumer. No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, how can you tell somebody what to do with their money? How can you tell Sony what to do with their money? Who are you? Who are you as a... If I have a $2,000... If I have $1,000, right? This is another point. But if I have $1,000 right now and I go open up a business, who are you to tell me that I can't open up a business and make money my way? Who are you to tell me that I can't do that? You can't say that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why when people say it's anti-consumer and all this and that, it's a little bit of a different topic. It kind of ties in a little bit. But it's really not entirely the fact. The fact is that they're pro-consumer to their consumers. The people that don't consume their produce and the things that they're selling, their product, they don't have to necessarily care about. They don't. Now, can they be a little empathetic? Can they be a little understanding about their situation? Perhaps. You know what I mean? Can they throw them scraps here and there? Yes, definitely. You know what I mean? Yes, they can. I agree. I feel like they should throw scraps once in a while. You know what I mean? But as a company that's trying to make money, their main prerogative is to make exactly that, money. They don't have to care necessarily about people or fan bases that aren't making them money, that don't care about them, that don't invest in their, they don't necessarily have to care about them. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but what I'm saying is they don't have to. Okay, that's not a given. That's not a must. That's not like, oh, they have to. Like, no, they don't have to if they don't want to. They don't, because that's their money at the end of the day. You can't tell somebody what to do with their money. You can't. Okay? At the end of the day, they make these AAA, sellers, AAA games and stuff like that. They make it for their consumers in order to bring value to their consumers. You feel me? And by putting these games on PC, it takes away from that. And the simple fact is, because of the simple fact of the matter, is that for a few reasons. Number one, right? At the end of the day, PC will always be the superior place to play in terms of graphics and frame rates and stuff along that, graphics, frame rates, performance. Usually along those lines, PC, for the most part, will always be superior in almost all cases. Not all cases, but I would say 80 to 90% of all cases. I think I talked about this before, actually, to you, Umar. They will be superior. So at the end of the day, just like I think I did have this conversation with you before, my guy. I definitely remember having it. But long story short, the thing that makes consoles different, as you know, from PCs is the exclusives. Besides the feature sets that they have, the thing that makes them the most unique is the services and the games that they offer. And it's mainly the games that they offer. It's the thing that makes them the most unique. Because if you can only get Nintendo's super unique because you can only get Mario games on Nintendo. And that's the reason why whenever somebody wants a Mario game, 99.99% of the time when they want a Mario game or a spin-off Mario game or any game that's like a Mario game, where do they go to? Nintendo. And at the end of the day, how I don't understand how people say that's wrong. They're trying to make money. They're making a product, they're making an interesting product, an attractive product to make money. What is wrong with that? I don't understand. And as consumers, you can't tell them what to do with their money. You can't tell the next man what to do with his money. You can't. Okay? At the end of the day, if you want something, stop complaining about it like a female. Go out and get it. Stop being, a little puss about it. Straight up. You feel me? Like, by them putting the games on by consoles, and this is the same thing with Xbox. With consoles, hold on, let me talk to this dude. Hold on. Okay. With console publishers, PlayStation putting their games onto PC. It's not necessarily a good thing because it will take some of the value away from the PlayStation. It will. Even if it's a small inherent value, it will take a value away from the PlayStation, no matter how you slice it. Okay? It definitely will. Ooh! Who the hell do you think you are? Oh! What's this? Oh, what was that? I don't know what that was. That was dope. Yeah, listen. Okay, listen. At the end of the day, it makes that console lose just a little bit of value in terms of what it has to offer compared to other platforms. Okay? It's just that simple. Oftentimes people say, why get an Xbox if you can get a PC that's even stronger and plays better than an Xbox? Because it does. It plays better than a PlayStation 2. Why get an Xbox if you can get a PC, get Game Pass, and then you pretty much have damn near every single game or the most significant, noteworthy, worth playing games with a few indies, sprinkled in there for even less. Playing at a higher frame or a higher performance is just the truth. And that's why, honestly, here's the thing, Umar. And you know what? This is the truth, Umar. If you don't have a PC, I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. This is the honest to God truth, okay? The honest to God truth is that if you don't have PC, you're going to be more mad about PlayStation putting certain games on PC than you would be if you did have a PC. Because I have a PC because that's what I do. I'm a game developer. I make games. That's what I do. So I'm not as mad as I used to be. If you would have told me a year, 2 years ago, like a year ago, that they were doing this, I would be very frustrated. I'd be very frustrated. And the reason why is because I feel like at the end of the day, alright, at the end of the day, I do want a console, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I do want a PlayStation, you know? And I do want to play video games. That is the main point of it. But the main point is, as a consumer, you should always want more. You should always want more, you know, from the companies that you buy your product from. You should always want more as a consumer. If you're content, if you're ever content and completely blind to whatever they give you, then they can give you a heaping pile of shit and you wouldn't even know the difference. And you'd be content with that. You always have to want more. Even from PlayStation, there's certain things that I want them to do better and that I want more from them. Do you see what I mean? Because you get the most bang from your buck. Being that way, you're going to get the most AAA exclusives, you're going to get the more higher quality games, you're going to get better deals on PlayStation Now, you're going to get things like the PS Collection. Because if it wasn't for Xbox Game Pass, we probably would have never got the PS Plus Collection. I'm just keeping it a buck. We probably would have never gotten that. You know? I'm just keeping it a buck. There's a really good chance that we probably would have never even got that if it wasn't for Game Pass. Okay? So at the end of the day, you always want to ask more from them. You feel me? So by them putting their games, which is their bread and butter, which kind of brings the most value to a console in general for them, because to be honest, why else would you buy a console? You're not going to get any performance. You're not going to get the highest power. You're not going to... Some people would say, oh, it's the money. And it's like, bro, if you're a full-grown adult, grow up. You want something, go buy it. And I'm talking strictly to the adults here. If you're past the age of 18, grow up. You want something? Go buy it. Don't complain about it. Straight up. Especially if you're a man. Especially if you're a man. Alright? Don't itch and moan and be like, oh, no. Go buy it. You want something? Go buy it. Alright? And this goes mainly for the adults. Now, as for the kids, you need to learn. Kids need to learn nowadays that at the end of the day, you know, money don't grow on trees. You know, you have to save your money and things cost money. It's just how the world works. Just being honest with you. That's simple. Oh, and don't worry, I know what advantages PS5 has over PC. In terms of the hardware, don't worry. I've done videos on that. I know. I'm not saying it doesn't have any advantage over the PC. I'm just saying the main reason why anybody would really get a console, you know, besides the pricing, which to be honest with you is like a half cop out. And if you're not an adult, I could understand more. But if you're 18 and up, it's a cop out. It's kind of a cop out in a way. Okay? Because I've done work 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week. I've done paid my rent, and still I was able to afford a console, even if I bought it used. Even if I had to wait 6 months to 8 months or whatever, I've been able to buy a console. At the end of the day, if you're a grown man, it's your responsibility. You want something, you make it happen. It's that simple. I'm not hearing none of this complaint like, oh, I can't, you know, I'd rather get a console, you know, I'm 18 years old and I'm a full-grown adult man, but I'd rather get a console, you know, because the PC is just so expensive. And bro, grow up, bro. If you want something, get it. You're a full-grown adult man. There shouldn't be no damn reason that you should be complaining like a female or like a child, you know, for not getting something that you want. Go work for it. Go out and get it. That's it. Simple. You feel me? I'm about to answer your other question right now, Umar. My bad, bro. It's just these things get me amped up when people complain about it. Cause like, bro, I've lived the life, bro. I've lived the penny pension life. I've lived the life where, nigga, I used to eat ramen soup for like a whole month. I've lived that life. I know how it is. Actually, longer than a month, like years. But that's beside the point. I lived that life, and I was still able to make shit happen, man. The bottom line is, people want a PC for like a quarter of the price. That's really what it is. Right? They want all that hardware. They want everything for the cheapest price possible. And to an extent, that makes sense. I can understand that. But at the same time, don't mean you have to be cheap. Alright? That don't mean you have to be cheap. These games are not easy to make. Games cost a lot of money to make. And so does this hardware. So people need to understand that people are too entitled to wanting all this cheap price. You gotta understand, you get what you pay for. That's another thing too. You get what you pay for. You put a little bit of money into something, expect to get a little bit back. That's all you're gonna get. You put a lot of money into something, expect to get high quality product. That's how it is. I'll give you an example. If I buy, I don't know, let me see, let's go with jewelry. If I buy jewelry, right, Umar? Let's say I buy some jewelry. And let's say I buy 2 pieces of jewelry. One is gold plated. It's sterling silver, and they're both the same exact one. They're both gold-plated sterling silver like bracelets or necklaces or whatever, right? One is gold-plated with only 1 coat. The other one is gold-plated with 3 coats. The one that's coated with 1 coat, right, is, let's just say $200, $100 cheaper, right? But the one that's triple-coated is $100 more expensive, right? I'd rather pay for the one that's triple coated, because the bottom line of the situation is that if it falls, if it drops, if it gets scratched, or whatever the case may be, I know I'm getting the most. Hold on.
And the world as we know it will end.
I fear you may be right.
Alright, so like I was saying, at the end of the day, jewelry eventually, over time, is going to get scratched up. It's going to get scratched up. It's going to get dingy. You're going to get water on it. Stuff's going to happen to it, right? So at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I'd rather pay $100 more and make sure that I get a quality product rather than sitting there and buying a cheap product that I know is going to break, or that's not as good, or that doesn't even look as good. Because that's another thing. When you buy triple-coated gold-plated triple-coated jewelry, it looks better than single coated. That's another thing. Not only does it last longer and is higher quality, it looks better. You feel what I'm saying? So, oh, what the hell was that? You bastard. Oh! I don't know what that was, but that was dope. Oh. I don't know what that move was. That move is dope. But yeah, I'd rather pay a little bit more for better quality. He said, well, to be honest, Nintendo Switch can be played on PC through emulator, right? Well, PS5 exclusives build that take full advantage of I/O and SSD would be impossible or hard to put. Yeah. See, here's the thing. I'm going to get into that right. Let me finish this topic. I'm going to get right into that right now, actually, because that's something I did want to talk about. So, yeah, man. Apologies if I'm getting into too many tangents. It's been quite a while since I talked about these topics. But, yeah, definitely, like, at the end of the day, I'd rather pay a little bit more and get a better quality, product. That's just how I am personally. You feel me? So by them putting, games on PC, it's gonna, believe it or not, in one shape, form, or way or another, it's gonna lower the value of that said product. And then honestly, that's, as a consumer, that's not something that I want. It's not about my console being the best or my piece of plastic. It's not about that. It's about I want the most. What I want is I want the most possible from my company that I'm choosing to invest this money in. I want them to give as much as they can for what I'm giving them. And I guess to an extent, thinking about it that way, I can understand why people are so gung-ho when it comes to, like, you know, Game Pass and stuff like that. But it's just the quality's not there, and that's what concerns me. It's the quality. You know, if Game Pass had the quality, right? Like, you know, the AAA studio, or even really good AA's, and I mean really good. I mean AA's that could pass as AAA's, right? If they had that level of quality of games, and they had more than just 100 plus, they had like 200, 300, and they were smashing it, and they were just putting, that'd be different. That'd be a little bit different. But what they're doing is they're putting a lot of shitty indie titles. They're putting some decent, not great, some okay double A's in there, and then they're putting the regular run-of-the-mill triple A's that everybody has, that everybody's already played, bought, sold. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're putting new games that just came out that are $60 every single day. No, they're doing it like, you know, here and there. They're not doing all of the time, and at the end of the day, it's the quality that concerns me. That's really what it is. For the money I'm spending, I want the highest quality product. That's it. Okay? And PlayStation gives me that, and at the end of the day, if they keep on doing that, they're taking away value from me. That's what they're doing. They're essentially taking... I mean, I'm still going to have fun. I'm still going to enjoy my game. Don't get me wrong. But they are taking away value. That's really what they're doing. And at the end of the day, that's the reason why I feel like them putting certain games on PC... Damn, this was a really long topic. I really went into this, huh? I feel like it is kind of a mistake for them to put that many games. Because here's the thing. I could understand if they let us know that certain particular games are going to come to PC after 2 to 3 years. I'm not saying that's necessarily good, but what I'm saying is at least it's more understandable if we had that level of transparency. That's the thing that gets me. That's where I feel like I just got a peg, got it looped up, and it just got it shoved up my ass. That's when I feel like that. Or excuse my language. By the way, this stream isn't for kids anyway. But that's where I feel like, you know, I'm getting the raw and, you know, the shit end of the stick, because be a little bit more transparent with me. You feel me? If you're going to do that, and certain franchises, let's say Horizon Zero Dawn, for example. If certain franchises that you feel like are a good fit are gonna go on PC, let me know though. At least be transparent. Let me know, like, listen guys, what they said was, they was transparent to an extent. When they said that some games are gonna go on PC, they were transparent, but it's in the manner that they're doing it. They're not being as communicative as I would like them to be, and they're not explaining in detail enough. I feel like, personally, I feel like it'd be better for them to just be like, okay, listen, Horizon Dawn is a good franchise, okay? Here's what we'll do. What we're going to do is, after 2 years, we're going to put it on PC, and that's how it's going to be from now on. It's technically going to be cross-platform, but it's going to be exclusive for the first 2 years once PlayStation makes as much money as it can. Am I saying that's a good thing? No. Am I saying that's a smart thing? Business-wise? Yes. Business-wise, it's smart. For the consumer-wise, it's not good. Because, in a sense, we are losing a bit of value there. But at the very least, if I get that transparency, then I know what I'm paying for. I know what I'm buying into. Do you see what I'm saying? I know what I signed myself up for, basically. So I can't bitch, moan, and complain because I know what I signed myself up for. But the way they're doing it, they're cherry-picking games here and there. And the way they're doing it is like, most people thought that this particular game was going to be AAA exclusive only for PlayStation, and you know, that adds value to the console regardless of how people see it. So we thought, oh yeah, not we thought, just the consumers, you know, we thought, yeah man, you know, damn, you know, this is a nice AAA high quality game. I love these games. Boom, we got it exclusive, so that's going to add more value to my console, in the sense where, not only can you only get this here, but I'm getting the most for my money, because the money that I'm giving them allows me to get something that you can't get anywhere else. And it's not like, oh, this is better than that. I'm not comparing consoles or pieces of plastic. I'm just saying, as a consumer, I want the most for my money. If I'm gonna invest in your company, I want you to give me some shit that nobody else has. And you know what that's called? Business. That's called being smart. Like, I'll give you an example. They do it with shoes. They do it with shoes all the time. They do it with shoes, my dude. They do it all the time with shoes. Okay? Look, if I invest in Yeezys, right? Or some shit like that, some really expensive shoes, some really expensive shoe brand. All right? And let's say, I don't know. Let's just say, because there are certain shoes that are exclusive. All right, close the door. Thank you. There are certain shoes that are exclusive to a brand, right? I believe Yeezys might fall under that umbrella, but I will have to double check. However, I'm just using an hypothetical situation for this case, because that's just what I'm gonna do. All right. Let's say, for shoes, for example, there's certain brands of shoes there's certain particular shoes that are only for that brand and that are exclusive for that brand. And by having those shoes, it's an attractive product that are going to bring people to their brand. At the end of the day, they're not hurting anybody. They're not shitting on anybody else. They're not, as long as they're not stealing anything from other people, you know what I mean? As long as they're creating something original and they're using their money to do it, there's nothing wrong with it. And at the end of the day, if they keep on doing it, those products is the products that me as a consumer, I like the most. I want to see those the most. So when they do shit like that, man, it just grinds consumers' gears, and I can understand. To be honest, what you need to do, Umar, I don't know if you have a PC or not, Umar, but what you need to do is get a PC, bro. That's what you need to do. I didn't get a PC necessarily because I wanted one. I got a PC because, in terms of gaming-wise, I got a PC because I kind of had to. Because I'm a game developer. It's what I do. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a game developer, so I had to get a PC, basically, because that's my occupation. And at the end of the day, I needed to get a PC that was strong enough to handle game development, 3D rendering, game engines. That's the reason why I bought a laptop so powerful. The laptop I bought has a 2080 Super, and I have the 2080 Super overclocked. So it's basically as strong as a 27 Super overclock. It's basically around that range. And a 2070 a 2070 overclock is basically a 2080. It's not no 2080 Ti, but it's basically a 2080. Basically. Because you know how when you put a graphics card inside of a laptop, it's the mobile version, and laptops are always around roughly anywhere between 15 to 35% less performance that you would have. Yeah, like for example, my PC that I have right now is a little bit stronger than the PlayStation and the next Xbox. I would say it's like maybe 10-15% stronger, something like that. That's not 100% like accurate, but it's around that range, I'm imagining, because depending on the gigahertz and everything that it has in there, my laptop that I have right now is about a 10 to 15% increase in not only performance but graphical power compared to the PlayStation and the Xbox. That's kind of where it's at right now. But my PC right now, I can run 4K 60 games, no problem. I can run 4K 60 games, no problem, bro, right now. And I bought that PC for game development. So guess what, folks? Because I bought that PC for game development, my intention wasn't even for gaming, but it's a gaming PC. That being said, I can do everything you see my computer, Umar. I can do everything I need on that shit. That being said, whatever game Xbox comes out with, yeah, good job. You guys got a AAA. Guess what? When I bought my PC, I got 3 free months of Game Pass with my PC. 3 free months. And I can log in and use it anytime that I want. So I have no reason to buy an Xbox at all. Whenever they come out with their big banger games that they're supposedly gonna come out with, I can literally use that for free and play all those games for free. And all I had to do was buy that laptop. And whenever I want to buy it, once the trial runs out, all I gotta do is buy games the way I see fit, right on my PC, because all of it goes to PC anyway. And that's it. Nigga, that's it. That's why I said you should buy a PC, Umar. That's it. Wipe my hands clean with it.
Your odds are 1,000 to 1. But I'll help you. On one condition.
You better help me.
You won't like it, Orin.
She about to kill me or something. This game is dope. Look at the ray tracing, bro. Do y'all see this? Everything is like reflected. It just looks different, bro. This shit looks like... This honestly reminds me of like PlayStation 4 God of War on the PlayStation Pro with the 4K TV on the 4K mode with the HDR. It looks like that, but it looks even better. It looks crisp. This game is really graphically nice, man. This game is really graphically nice. Oh man, it's late as hell. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get off this in like 25 minutes. But nah, yeah, Umar, freaking yeah, bro. I don't know if that's 100% true that the PlayStation 5's on par with a 2070 Super. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I haven't done the research entirely on that exact topic. But I'm imagining it's anywhere between a 2070 to a 2080 Super. It's anywhere around there. That's the range that I'll give. 2070 to 2080 Super. That's the range. And I think that's pretty accurate assumption. The boss fight. That's another thing though. You don't have to get a laptop if you don't want to. You don't have to get, because the laptop I got was super duper dumb expensive. You don't have to get a laptop like this. You can just get a tower PC, and you'll get even more performance. You'll get even more performance for cheaper. So you can get like a tower PC. You can get that. You know, it probably will cost you like $2,500, and you can get a PC that's as strong as probably that's as strong as my PC or like a PlayStation, or like somewhere near the PlayStation 5, I would say, for around $2,500. But you would have to get some deals though. You would have to like find some serious deals on certain parts. And you would have to build the PC yourself. I just had to grab a quick drink real quick. He said, when Days Gone was announced to PC in February, it made me think that I should get a PC just in case PlayStation goes day and date. Or start... No, I don't think PlayStation's ever going to go day and date. I honestly don't think that. Dude, if PlayStation goes day and date, bro, let's say that is possible. Let's hypothetically say that happens. It's going to take years before we get to that point. Years. And when I say years, I mean like this entire generation is probably going to take. So let's hypothetically say, and I doubt it's ever going to happen. I'm being honest with you. I doubt it. But let's hypothetically say, right? Damn, he took that much health? Oh, that's how you use your health, by pressing square. Hypothetically speaking, right? Oh my god, this guy's tough. Hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say that they go day and date. It's probably gonna take an entire, generation. An entire generation, bro. Before they get to that point, bro, where they're doing that. At least an entire generation, minimum. At a bare minimum. I doubt they're gonna do that. Like, literally, bro. I doubt they're gonna do that. But, you know what they will do? I'll tell you what they will do. Here's what they're gonna do. this entire generation, they're gonna put the AAA games that haven't made a lot of money, that nobody cares about, they're gonna put them on PC. That's probably what they're gonna do. And listen to my wording. Listen to my wording. Most likely, what they're gonna do is put the AAA games that have just barely somewhat sold enough, that it's not really that popular, that the ratings probably aren't that high, and then after, within maybe a year or so, those are probably, with all those conditions plus a few more, those are probably the games that are gonna go to PC. Probably. The rest of them, the ones that are like absolute bangers, I doubt it. You really think they're gonna put The Last of Us 2, or do you really think they're gonna put, like, I'll just give you an example. Do you really think they're gonna put the next God of War on PC? No. They'd be idiots to do that. They will literally kill themselves. They'll shoot themselves in the foot. Believe it or not, they definitely will. Because at the end of the day, oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't like that, you bastard. Oh. Oh, things are getting spicy. Dude, this game is just like God of War. This game is literally just like God of War. This is like God of War Destiny version. That's literally what this game is. Now I see what people was talking about. This is literally Destiny mixed with God of War. That's literally what this game is. No bullshit. Give me that face. Look at, just like God of War. You take a piece of their armor. Remember how I said you take a piece of their armor, you put it inside you and it makes you stronger and you can upgrade yourself. Just like God of War. Oh, he's out. He's out. So clearly selling consoles and exclusives that sell consoles over television still works for them. Yeah, bro, it does. It definitely does. People could listen. People could talk trash all they want. You know what it is? I noticed that the most radical fanboys and the most radical and extremists, they're type of people that they run on their emotions. They have no logical sense. They don't know how to use facts and actually examine them.
Well done.
What is this?
Welcome.
Well done, Oren. Welcome. Who the hell are you? What is this? That looks just like me. That's me. So that's the character model. These are like all... Oh, that's the queen one. Wait a minute, are these like enemies that I have to eventually defeat or something? I'm not sure what's going on. Alright, let me talk to this lady. Why the hell do you have 3 faces? Oh, you're creepy.
I'm here, Sanctum. Tell me what you need.
Macros merely has the power of God. If you are to defeat him, your plan must be flawless. And I can craft such a plan.
I trusted Macros once. Now you're asking me to trust you.
It will only be until Macros is vanished. You will see.
Who is she?
Even if I don't agree.
You came to me because you saw no other way. This is your path. Let me guide you.
Do not betray me, Sanctum. Too much is at stake.
I bet that Sanctum thing is probably gonna betray you. Watch. Okay, I think I'm probably gonna wrap it up right about... Yeah. No, I'll give it 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll be right back, actually. I gotta use the bathroom. 1 second, yo. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. He said, what do you think about the $70 games? Honestly, bro, listen, let me put it to you this way. I did something that was pretty crazy, by the way. When I bought my PlayStation, I literally bought like all the games that just came out for the PlayStation. So every single game that's come out since the PlayStation launched, I have all of them. I got them at launch. This was the first time I'm ever playing a game. I have Demon Souls, I have Cold War, I have the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, I have GodFall, obviously, I have Call of Duty Cold War, and I have, what's the other game? Mortal Kombat. I have Mortal Kombat as well. So pretty much all the games. And I paid $70 for all of them. That shit added up. I don't think it's a big deal, Umar. Honestly, bro. For it to be $70, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Listen. Jim Ryan said this, and I quote, he said, What we're gonna focus on, we're gonna double down on AAA games. We're gonna make them higher quality, but they're gonna take a little bit longer to come out. What does that tell you? They bumped the price up to $70, right? And they're making higher quality games. So at the end of the day, it's justified. You're getting a higher quality product. You're getting prime rib. Like you're getting, you're getting a proper steak. You know what I'm saying? You're getting like a nice steak, man. You feel me? And at the end of the day, there's a price tag associated with that. That's how it is, man. Nothing is free in this world, man. That's just how it is. So I honestly don't mind it, bro, because at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. PlayStation's games. No, I understand that. I understand that, Umar. But you gotta be honest, bro. You gotta be honest. PlayStation's game have a different seal of quality than a lot of other publishers out there. EA, Activision, Microsoft, anything you want. None of those publishers or companies, even Nintendo to an extent, none of those companies have the type of quality of seal that PlayStation does on its particular AAA games. And I'm mainly talking about AAA games here, because we can go on forever if we're talking about AA and single. Like that's a whole spaghetti. You know what I mean? Like we can go. There's so many different routes. That's all over the place. But in terms of AAA games, their quality is justified. You see what I'm saying? So in a way, I think it's worth it. It's not that much more anyway. Like it's only $10 more. Like I literally just bought 5 PlayStation 5 games at launch. I bought all 5, and yeah, it did cost a pretty penny, but at the end of the day, man, I'm enjoying myself. Look at the quality of these games. Like I don't know. I don't see a problem with it. For me, it's like you get what you pay for. That's how it is for me. That's the way I look at it. Hold on. Each Valor plate embodies one of the Archons. What is the Archon? What is that? Each Valor plate provides a unique passive trait, Archon Fury ability, and augment constellation. Switch between Valor plates and Sanctum between missions. Huh. Okay, so you know what this is? Again, this kind of reminds me of Destiny, but it also reminds me of God of War at the same time. Throughout your journey, obtain Valor plate cores to construct additional Valor plates. Collect all 12 Valor plates. So there's 12 of them. This is the Phoenix. Unleash a shockwave that deals fire damage. I got you right now, Umar. Hold on. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's get it. Alright, you said games can't stay the same price forever. That's another thing too. Yeah, you're right. They can't. They can't stay the same price forever. You gotta understand, bro. Listen. Everybody that's watching this, maybe people that don't usually watch my channel, understand this. This is something important, okay? I'm a developer. Like, I make games. Like, that's what I literally do. I'm literally going to school for games. Like, that's what I do, right? And you need to understand that it costs a lot of money. This is something people don't quite understand. Everybody somewhat understands that it takes time, but a lot of people don't understand that these things cost money. Game development is very broad. You can have hundreds and hundreds of jobs just to make one game. Hundreds and hundreds of different jobs that are all pretty important. Some more important than others, of course. But yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of jobs, which means there's hundreds and hundreds of people that need to get paid a salary. So y'all need to understand that, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, they put up the money, but at the same time, you need to understand something, bro. You really need to, like, understand and acknowledge that, dude, these games cost money. Like, they have to pay hundreds of different people to make this shit. It's not that simple. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Everything you just said is the same reason why I chose to go with PS5. Yo, Umar, it's fine, bro. Listen, my friend. Let these people compare what they want. You know why? Because guess what happens? Guess what's gonna happen, Umar? Guess what's gonna happen? You wanna know what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is, pardon my French, PlayStation are gonna come out with their AAA bangers, like they usually do. They're gonna win they're gonna win Game of the Year once again, right? And then people are gonna stick, pardon my French, their tongue in their ass, straight up. That's exactly what they're gonna do. I 100% guarantee it. Half of the stuff that they were saying wouldn't even be close to relevant at all once those games come out. Because at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. And that's just the truth. Alright? People want to say PlayStation this, PlayStation that, it's fine. When they come out with those banger games, you know, and they keep on, you know, innovating and getting better at making games with the console, with the hardware. Same thing with other consoles and hardware. That's usually how it is. The games will continue to keep on getting better and better. And at the end of the day, the reason why, you know, I chose to invest into this particular ecosystem is because they give me what I want. AAA high quality games. That's what I want. Whether they're multiplayer or not, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I want high quality games. That's it. Alright, I'm about to craft this. I don't know what this is.
May the Archon watch over you.
I got the Phoenix. I don't know what the hell this thing does, but Phoenix Valor Plate, Might 80, Spirit 80, Vitality 80, Max HP 210, critical hit damage, pretty good. Has no resist to anything. Yes, I have. He said their game need to support PSVR 2. That would sell PSVR 2 even more. They need more AAA PS. Yeah, that's exactly what they need. They definitely need more AAA PSVR games. They really do. That's something they need, like, ASAP. Like, they need that shit tomorrow, in my opinion, I feel like. I mean, I don't mind waiting a bit. I could wait a little bit longer. So it's between this weapon and this weapon. I think the attack speed, the attack charge speed is pretty important. But this is 8% chance to inflict bleeding, so that's pretty good too. Oh, this is the same thing. That's fine, I'll stick with that. 13% weapon charge speed, 41%. What is breach damage? What is that? I don't know what that is. I think we'll just go with that one. Banner. I don't have any banners. Dude, this reminds me of Destiny, bro. Bro, am I tripping or is this like Destiny? Oh, you have rings. That's cool. That's different. They have rings. That's different. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's different. Is it not? Oh, so you can have two. Amulet. Okay, I don't got no amulet. So you can have two weapons? Alright, that's it. Ah, there we go. Whoa. Woo! Papa Marley, I'm sweating. The black sword. This one has 8% bleeding. This one has 8% bleeding. And this one is the other one. Is my primary. Okay. He said, "Have you played Astru's Playroom?" Yeah, I played it. Yo, that okay. So this is part of the reason why I bought the PlayStation 5 when I did, bro. Here's the thing. I played Astru's Playroom. My uncle invited me to his boy's crib, and I played the PS5 for the first time. He was in there. I had it in my hand. I was playing it, man. The first game I played, I think, was Astru's Playroom. I think it was Cold War Zombies, and then it was Astru's Playroom. Dude, that game is dope, bro. That shit really uses and shows you what this controller can do. This controller is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Like me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't give a shit about controllers. I really don't care. But this controller, I'm telling you, this controller is different. I've used an Xbox controller before, by the way, just to have that as a reference. I used the Xbox controller, I used the PS4 controller, I used the Nintendo controller. I've used like several different types of controller just to have as a point of reference. But this controller is different, man. It's a force, bro. Like the amount of technologies and features that it has in it is crazy, bro. Honestly. I'm surprised they're not selling this controller for like $150, $120. I'm really surprised. Honestly. Because you got the Elites, and with the Elites, how much did they be selling them shits for? Yeah, I used the haptic feedback. How does this game use So, basically, it's like resistance in the trigger. That's kind of what it feels like. I'll put it to you this way. You know when you press something down, but you also have something like, alright, let's say if you're trying to push something down, but it pushes back up. Okay, I'll give you an example. You know a volleyball? Imagine you try to put a volleyball in a pool, and you try to push a volleyball down to the bottom of the pool. Don't you notice how it pushes against you? That's how it feels like. But there's a few different versions of the haptic feedback. You can, by the way, you can also shut it off if you don't like it. But it's pretty dope. You can like... There's one version where it's a nice soft resistance, where it's just nice and smooth, like you're pulling, like it's taut, like you're pulling something. And then there's another resistance where every time you hit the trigger, it's like instant resistance. It's like boom, boom, like you feel it, like something pushing back at you while you're pressing it. And yeah, the triggers are the L2, R2. Yeah, that's where the adaptive triggers come from. Yeah. Freely test your weapons out. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got breach attack, so boom, boom. Oh, oh! That's how you do it. You hold L2, then R1. Then you hold L2, R2. Oh! I think I got a handle of these combos. Do you feel the triggers when attacking? Okay. Well, I think I might have shut mine off. I don't know if it. Hold on. No, it's on. See, I put favorite resolution. Enemy, anchor. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, yeah, I feel it when I'm attacking. Yeah, I feel resistance in this a little bit. Oh. I told you to sit down. Why are you coming back up? And then this one's R2, 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 then hold. So it's basically a 4 attack combo for everything, basically. Besides this guy. Besides that. And then this. And then there's... What happens if I switch weapons? Oh, what's this? I just pressed L2 and R3 and look what it did. Oh, what is this? It's like a super mode? Archon Fury. Oh, that's what this is. Archon Fury. Did you see that? That's dope. Okay, I think I had enough practice. Look at how fast this loads. Dude, this is literally God of War, by the way, just so you know. This is legitimately God of War mixed with Destiny. Dude, even this looks the... Yeah, this is definitely God of War. Wow. These guys copied the shit out of that game, huh? Even the L3, R3 is the same. The L3, R3, The Archon Fury, it's the same shit. It's just the difference is it's like Destiny because you have different like no, but God of War was like that too. God of War had different outfits that you can wear. You can swap out the outfits and shit. But it's more of a Destiny-ish it's kind of way though because like the lore is more Destiny-like. Well, not really because they're gods. God of War, God, yeah. This game's a lot like God of War, honestly. It's not bad. It's fucking dope, but it's a lot like God of War.
We are heading into the monolith. Once inside, we won't be coming out until Macros is finished. We will arrive at the Earth Realm, the lowest level of the monolith interior. Macros has learned how he can use the monolith to become a god. It is an ancient spell, the rites of ascension. This spell can be broken, but only if we know it ourselves. A copy of the rites of ascension are stored here, in the Earth Realm, guarded by Macros' men. You must go to their base and seize the rites for yourself. Bring them to me, and I will find a way to break the spell.
Alright, I'm about to hop off this, man. Yo, Umar, you got any more questions, my guy? Because I'm about to hop out of here. It's about time. I honestly, I should have been got off this. I was actually supposed to exercise and work out. But man, this game is really addicting. This game's dope. And I'm guessing this brings you into the world. Oh, Umar, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't even know. I'm really not sure when. I don't know if it's gonna be today, tomorrow. I'm not really sure when, because the way my schedule works right now, like I said, I'm pretty much doing this just for shits and giggles at this point. That's basically what I'm doing this for. Because like right now, I'm just I'm enjoying myself. I'm playing the game, but with my work schedule and with everything that I'm doing, I'm extremely busy. It's kind of part of the reason why I kind of ended the channel. But this, I'm just doing this just to have a little bit of fun, while I'm playing. Maybe interact with some of y'all. Because I was expecting more viewers to pop in, let me know what they think about the game. Maybe give me a few advice or like tips and whatnot. Because again, this is my first time playing this game, so. But yeah, man. I don't know. I would say I would probably be on next weekend. Next weekend, probably like on Saturday or Sunday. But don't like, it's not a guarantee. Like, don't count on it. But most likely, if I were to get on, it would be on a weekend. And I don't know if it would be next week. It'll probably be the next 2 weeks. Oh yeah, I'm getting Returnal. But I don't know if I'm getting it right away. I'm not sure if I'm getting it right away though. I think I might want to wait a little bit because I'm to be honest with you, I'm a little broke. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Like, yeah, I'm a little broke because you gotta understand. I just bought like 5 PlayStation 5 games at launch. Bought the PlayStation 5 for almost double the price. Bought PlayStation Plus. What else did I get? I got something else. Oh, I got an extra PlayStation 5 controller. I had 2 of them. So like, yeah, you add all that up, my friend. That's kind of a lot of money to spend all at once. But no, definitely, like, I should be able to probably get it. Maybe like 3 months after it comes out or something. I'll check it out. I've already seen a few trailers on it. It looks pretty good, but we'll see how the money situation's looking. Because right now, I got a backlog like nobody's business right now. I got like 5 or 6 games that I have to play. Yeah. Yeah. I think you got the gist of it now, how much I spent. I don't want to say it out loud. I think you got the gist of it. Yes, I did get my games physical. Yes, sir. Do you still get... I still have my PS4. I still have my PS4. I use it to work out sometimes. I use it for like the internet browser to work out. And you know, I'm probably gonna keep it, maybe. Like, yeah, most likely I'm gonna keep it. I might just keep it in my room because I'm gonna be leaving to college, so I might just keep it in my room in case when I leave, if anybody wants to use it for Netflix or something. I don't know. I have my PS2, I have my PS4, I have a PS5. My PS1, I had a PS1, my uncle stole it. That's not my fault. So he stole that. My PS3, that shit broke. That shit, and when I say it broke, I mean I dropped it, like I broke it. I was a lot younger. Like when I first got the PlayStation 3, I was a lot younger. That was like what, 10 years ago? I was like 13, 14, something like that. I was a lot younger, so yeah. Like I wasn't very responsible with my stuff, so I ended up breaking. I actually had I had three PlayStation 3s actually. The first one I broke. The second one I traded in for the third one. And then the third one, I think I gave the third one to my sister. But it was still in the same house, so technically, it's still technically mine because it was within the same confines of the same house. And I don't know what she did with it. I think she took the PS3 and put it somewhere in storage, so technically I do have all the consoles except for the PS1. But that's because somebody stole that shit from me. That wasn't my fault. But yeah. Alright, man, I'm about to hop out of here, bro. It's good talking to you, Umar. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to be back on next. It might be a week from now. It might be 2 weeks from now. It might be like a month and a half from now. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure that I'm probably going to get on probably in 3 weeks. No matter what, I'll be on in 3 weeks. Because I got an appointment of something that I have to do, and I'm gonna have 2 days off to do whatever I want. So for those 2 days, it's like a doctor's appointment. So for those 2 days, what I'm gonna be doing is just playing games, just chilling, going out, enjoying myself. You know what I mean? So yeah. I should be on in 3 weeks for sure. Like around the end of April. The end of April to the very beginning of May, I should be on again. But yeah, good looks for watching, man. I'm about to dip out of here, bro. You have a good one. And yeah, man, this game is great, man. This game is great. Some of the greatness that I've been waiting for. I'm gonna catch you, though, bro. Good talking to you, my guy. Thank you for coming, bro. Alright. Everybody that's coming after the fact, or, maybe coming a little bit during it, please make sure to hit that like button. Definitely comment down below. I mean, show a little support, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man. Catch you guys around. Thanks for watching. Peace.